Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me in Grand Theft Auto 5 as we try to solve the Chiliad mystery. I'm RJ. So many people have come to me over the years telling me, Trippy, the Chiliad mystery is solved. It is just telling us that the UFO is on top of the mountain when your story is complete. But to those people, I always ask, then what about the JETPACK symbol? You can explain maybe the cracked egg, and the UFOs, yeah, we have found some hidden UFOs in the game, that's for sure. But why are they putting the jetpack on the mural, and on top of that, it is well hidden there at the Altruist camp? But even with those two jetpack symbols, it goes a lot deeper than that. There's so much in the game telling us that the jetpack should be part of GTA 5. We all remember in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, unlocking the jetpack in the Mission Black project, which was at the military base. And sure enough, here in GTA 5, we have a massive military base with a UFO hovering above it. It shines down an abduction beam on a bunker with -1. The Black Project was underground at the military base. It appears there's a secret underground level of Fort Zancudo. We still have not gotten there yet, but I believe that is probably where the jetpack is going to be. And with a military DLC due to hit Grand Theft Auto 5, perhaps that's where we can find it. So we'll get to that in an upcoming episode. But here, guys, I want to let you know the biggest clue to the jetpack's existence. Thanks again for joining us here at Trippy Commentaries. Subscribe if you're new, because we have another brand new Chiliad mystery episode going up tomorrow. And we do have a bunch of live streams planned over the weekend as well. So make sure you're part of them, guys. Hit the notification button. It'll let you guys know whenever Trippy Commentaries goes live. Alright, guys, so let's get into it. The jetpack in Grand Theft Auto 5. There's the hidden symbol. There's the Chiliad mystery mural. But the biggest proof that Grand Theft Auto 5 is all about the jetpack is this hangar and the yellow biplane that is commonly seen taking off and landing here. The Rocketeer was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I had toys, a puzzle, a bunch of different stuff. I was really into the movie, and I know it might not seem like much nowadays, but this was pretty kick-ass at the time. Check out the Rocketeer flying. Everybody's like, holy shnikes, how is this possible? Well, it's still not possible. This is one of the Rocketeer's first flights. He's having a tough time at it, and if you look at the environment that the movie takes place in, it is definitely grapeseed. Of course, everything is in California, or in this case, San Andreas. But check this out, wouldn't it be epic to have the upgraded jetpack, not the one from San Andreas, but one that's a lot more like this, flying through San Andreas, or in this case, northern San Andreas in grapeseed. But as I told you guys, how the hangar is where the Rocketeer kind of takes place. You can see where he's flying around is pretty much everything around the hangar, which is the McKenzie Airfield, Trevor's hangar in the game. It's a little bit harder to tell where they're at in this scene, but they're in a huge open field. It looks right outside the McKenzie Airfield. They are testing out the jetpack. It's in the prototype stages, and it comes crashing down. So they have still not flown it yet. It's just odd how Rockstar made everything next to the hangar look just like it does in the Rocketeer. It's almost like they plan to give us the jetpack at the McKenzie Airfield, maybe test it just like they're doing here in the movie. I think it could be cut content. It would just line up that Trevor used the jetpack in those missions, and then of course he would be the jetpack from the mural, just like Michael is the UFO because he was abducted. So this is the first time that the Rocketeer wears the jetpack. This guy's running up saying, hey, you cannot do this, you are crazy. The jetpack is not ready yet, you are going to blow up while you're flying around. And he's saying, I have to do this. We have to save this guy's life. So they walk through the hangar, just like the McKenzie Airfield hangar. There's only one issue. The jetpack has a leak. This is a theme in the movie. The guy has to grab the gum out of the Rocketeer's mouth, put it on the hole to clog the leak, and he can finally take off for the first time. So why is he taking off? Why does he have to wear the jetpack? That is the huge link to the GTA 5 jetpack mystery. At the hangar, I'm sure you guys know about the jetpack confirmed clue in the Jack Sheep servicing sign. Jack Sheep is an actor from a spoof movie of the Rocketeer, and Tri-Manifold R108. R108 is the runtime for the Rocketeer. And you can even see the ram, which you have the ram skull at the Altruist camp. That ram in the Jack Sheep servicing is even in an egg symbol. But that really is not the big clue that I wanted to talk about in this episode, guys. It is all about this crop duster, the yellow crop duster. That is what is telling us that it is definitely from the Rocketeer. Now, a lot of times you can see the yellow crop duster landing here. It's always driving like a maniac. I was really hoping it would land. That would be convenient. It seems to only land whenever I don't want it to, because it crashes into whatever car I currently have on the runway. But I guess we're going to have to go track it down ourselves, guys. Let's go try to find the yellow biplane. That is the link between the Rocketeer and the Chiliad mystery. Anybody who's explored GTA 5 has seen the crazy flying yellow biplane. So many people have reached out to me asking me what this is all about, and it turns out that that is another connection to the Rocketeer. And not just any connection, that is the exact reason why the Rocketeer wears the jetpack in the first place. So we're here at the Toots Falls. This is where you can find the yellow biplane. It circles around this location and it will eventually crash. Can we save it? That might be a question for another day. I have a question for you guys. Who is flying the yellow biplane? That's what we need to find out. Of course, if you look at the statue or the totem pole here at the Toots Falls, it is looking exactly at the Chiliad mystery hut. So this is another location that is strangely connected to the mystery. Let's look at when the Rocketeer first wears the jetpack to save the yellow biplane, and we'll find out who's piloting it. Here we go. For the first time, the Rocketeer takes flight. I highly recommend you guys check out the movie if you haven't seen it yet. And I'm telling you, the reason why everything in GTA 5 looks like it's straight out of the Rocketeer is because this is most likely the plans for the jetpack that Rockstar had for the game. It would definitely upgrade it from GTA San Andreas. Hopefully it's not too late. Some people think that it's still hidden in the game, but with this upcoming military DLC, maybe this is one of the things that they will give us. So here we go. The Rocketeer tracks down the crashing yellow biplane. The pilot is a clown. That's pretty crazy, right? We know about the clowns in the game, and if they really did give the jetpack to Trevor, perhaps that was the plans. Trevor is scared of clowns. So is the clown flying the yellow biplane in GTA 5? Let's find out. There's the plane, guys. Let's jump into the buzzer to track it down. Now, I believe you do have to come to the Toots Falls or the neighboring vineyard before 10 a.m. for it to spawn. And it will crash, so keep an eye on it. Here we go. We're going to have to get as close as possible. This thing drives like a complete crazy person. Not even sure if this is possible. I do have a backup plan, though. We will find out who is the pilot of the yellow crop duster. Alright, let's see if we can get nice and close here. Is that a clown, guys? It's really hard to tell. Maybe we should just shoot it down and then we can go to the wreckage. Go sideways. I don't see any clown face. Oh man, definitely harder than it looks. Sorry if I'm giving you guys motion sickness. Don't crash, biplane. It's getting awfully low. Watch out for that tree. What are you doing? Oh no. Uh-oh. Divert course. Divert course. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm guessing that his body is probably in flames right now as we speak. And our chopper is not in good shape either. Let's hurry up and go over to the wreckage before the cops show up. Let me know if you guys can get a closer look. Maybe fly next to the plane, bust out your phone, and try to get a close-up view. Where's the wreckage at, guys? I don't see a fire. You'd think the fire would be spreading through the vineyard. That would be pretty epic. Maybe in GTA 6. Well, guys, it looks like the plane crash completely disappeared. I've noticed that about the yellow plane. It seems very glitchy. I definitely think it's a trigger, guys. It only appears during certain times of the day. It circles around one of the most mysterious locations in the game. Let's find out who's flying this thing. So we're back here at the hangar. We do have a slight problem. This is where the yellow biplane is supposed to land, but right now it's just flying around the area. Unlike the Vineyard and the Tudes Falls, where it seems to have a circular pattern, over here it seems to have kind of a random flight pattern. What are you doing, yellow biplane? Come back. Come land. So we'll see if we can get him to land. I want to get the close-up view of him. Wait, is he still out there? Where's he going? Okay, so sometimes if you shoot at him, he'll just go fly out in a random direction. He's heading to the top of Mount Chiliad. At least he's able to clear the mountain. That's a good thing. Alright guys, well, I'm going to reset it and try to get him to actually land here. We'll get the close-up view. Alright, I had to switch it up to Trevor, but we're back and it looks like the biplane has come in for a landing. Alright, pilot, who the hell are you? And why are you such a terrible driver? Who the heck is this guy? Is that Walter White? What? Oh man, he looks like one of the O'Neill brothers. Okay, now I've gotten a look at the pilot before and it actually looked different, so I'm guessing it is just a random character. There's not an official pilot to the yellow biplane, guys. It is still a reference to the Rocketeer for sure, and with all these references to the greatest jetpack movie of all time, is the jetpack still in the game? Or maybe it is still to come with this upcoming DLC. Let's head to where the grand finale of the Rocketeer took place.
Maybe not. Look.
Up on the dome! It's him! It's the Rocketeer!
Go get him, kid.
It all ends off at the Galileo Observatory. The Rocketeer has to fly over to a Zeppelin to save the day from the Nazis. We already know about the blimp that's flying around Los Santos, and if you stand on the exact spot where the Rocketeer took off, you have a perfect view of the Mount Chiliad mystery hut. There's so many connections to the Rocketeer. I'll even have a link in the description to another video breaking down even more connections. It's pretty clear that Rockstar wanted to put the Rocketeer jetpack here in GTA 5. Maybe it's still here for us to discover. I have a feeling that the upcoming military DLC will give us even more clues and maybe a huge update to this mystery. Keep an eye on us here at Trippy Commentaries. I'll definitely keep you updated. Another thing that's strange about the Observatory, you have this satellite and this camera that shows up here sometimes. Most of the time, if you guys come here, you'll notice it is not here at all. The Observatory is definitely connected to the Chiliad mystery, especially because the shadow of the obelisk creates the same symbol on the top of the Mount Chiliad mystery mural. So we'll be looking at the Observatory even more. There's more stuff that I have to point out. Stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries, my friends. Maybe we can bust down the door of the Observatory to unlock the motherfucking jetpack. Catch you guys tomorrow. As always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.